Today, Mommy and
Ava
are reading What Really Happened to Humpty. This is by Joe Dumpty. It's told to Jeannie Franz Ransom and illustrated by Stephen Axelson. So, do you think it really is by Joe Dumpty?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh, hi there, Cracky.
Hi.
We have Cracky the Egg with us today.
Yeah.
And you're going to do what today, Cracky?
I'm going to be the narrator.
The narrator. Okay.
Because Joe Dumpty is telling the story.
See, you just said Joe Dumpty. I don't think there is a real Joe Dumpty.
Yeah, that's him right there. That's the real Joe.
But I do think the author is Jeannie Franz Ransom.
No, the author is Joe Dumpty. Or it's me.
Okay, here we go.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty was pushed. What?
What? That's not how the story goes.
Yeah, at least I think so. Who am I? I'm Joe Dumpty, Humpty's younger brother.
So here we have Joe Dumpty. I didn't even know that Humpty Dumpty had a brother. Did you?
I didn't know that. You probably haven't heard of me. I never was Mother's favorite. Mother Goose, that is. Ever since she became police chief Goose, she thinks I'm just stirring up trouble with my detective business. Yes, Mother Goose always liked Humpty best. He's such a good egg. That's why I think it's a crime that he fell off the wall. After all, he'd been sitting up there for as long as I can remember with no problem whatsoever until that awful scrambled up day.
All right. So we're hearing the story of what he thinks really happened to Humpty Dumpty. And he admitted he wasn't his mother's favorite.
Hey, that's the mother.
Well, not his mother, but Mother Goose.
No, that is his mother. That is his mother.
Well, it said, I never was Mother's favorite. Mother Goose, that is. Is he saying that that's his mom, Mother Goose, or that?
Yeah, that's his Mother Goose. And then that's Humpty, and that's him.
All right. So they're actually real eggs from the goose.
The goose eggs. It was a picture book perfect morning. The old woman who lives in a shoe had just dropped off her kids at the Jack and Jill daycare center. The three little pigs were putting the finishing touches on their latest house. And across the field, Humpty was sitting on the wall.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's a nice chair. That's a nice chair.
So he's sitting on a wall, but not the way I visualized him to sit on a wall. He's actually in a big chair.
Yeah. I wish I'd stop to crack a few jokes with my brother, but it was Humpty's first week as captain of our new neighborhood watch program, and I didn't want to distract him.
Okay, let's see what else is going to happen.
Okay. Besides, it was almost 9 and I had to get to work. I made a quick stop and ran into Little Red Riding Hood.
The Muffin Man's scrambling to fill a big order, Red said. I can't even buy one lousy muffin for my grandmother.
She sniffed loudly and stomped off in a huff with my espresso in hand. I headed to the office.
And she says, if you want a muffin, you're out of luck.
Okay. He has hair.
Oh my goodness, he does.
That's some nice hair. As I opened my office, the phone rang. It was little Miss Muffet. Joe, something happened to Humpty. Already?
Really? Already on his first day? There's the empty chair. And there is, oh no, Humpty.
Oh, look at his hat. I raced to the wall. Miss Muffet was there, cell phone in hand. I called 911. She sobbed. I looked at my brother. He wasn't making a sound. Whoever did this was gonna fry.
Oh my gosh, was
So
gonna
much
fry.
egg soup.
And then she's saying,
At least he landed sunny side up.
oh my gosh.
I walked back around the wall, and that's when I saw it. Something shiny was tucked under Miss Muffet's tuffet. She was on the phone, so I didn't bother asking if I could look under her tuffet. I just did. What? Sometimes detectives have to ask first and ask questions later.
He's looking under her tuffet.
Wow. It was a pair of binoculars. Not just any binoculars. These puppies were the official binoculars of the neighborhood watch program. Isn't those Humpty's?
It is. And what is she doing with them under her tuffet?
Humpty had been showing them off ever since he'd become captain. Were you looking under my tuffet?
She looks really upset too.
No. What are you doing with those? Muffy asked, grabbing the binoculars. I was just about to ask her the same thing when all the king's horses and all the king's men arrived. They couldn't put Humpty together again, so they scooped him up and rushed him to the hospital.
No, that doesn't sound good.
What's the story? I asked Muffy. I wanted some answers. Muffy sighed. I was just shooting the breeze with Humpty, waiting for Spider. Humpty was letting me try his binoculars when suddenly this huffy, puffy wind blew him right off the wall.
I don't know. Do you believe the story that she's saying?
No, he has yolk in him, so the wind can't just do this.
I don't know. I wonder who's really to blame.
Maybe Mother Goose.
We have to investigate this further, won't we?
Police Chief Goose pulled up in her big honking cruiser.
I was at the Three Pigs.
She apologized.
The wind we had this morning blew down their new house.
I just told Joel that the wind made Humpty fall, Muffy said. I made Humpty fall, said a small voice out of nowhere. It's my fault, Spider said, dropping down from the tree. I was rushing to get down here by 9 this morning, my usual time, when this puff of wind pushed me straight towards Humpty. I must have scared him because the next thing I knew, Humpty was on the ground. I zipped home, but I knew I had to fess up. Humpty was my friend.
I don't think like a spider hitting him would make him tumble that far. I mean, he was in a chair.
I almost wet my web. No, I think it's because he said that I might have scared him. And he fell off because he was...
And he said, what?
I almost wet my web.
What? Wet your web.
Ooh. My brother wasn't afraid of anything. That's why he was the perfect neighborhood watch captain. What happened to Humpty wasn't your fault, Spider. I said, remember the giant?
Sorry.
It wasn't anybody's fault. Muffy chimed in. It was an accident.
Agreed.
Chief Goose said.
Go on to the hospital, Joe.
She told me.
I'll write up an accident report.
Accident report? No way.
There's no case to crack.
Crack. But Chief, Humpty's been sitting on the wall for years without a wobble, I said. Then, the first week he's neighborhood watch captain, he suddenly falls off the same day the pig's house blows down. Coincidence? I don't think so. Chief Goose sighed.
Okay, Joe, since Humpty's your brother, I'll give you till 5 o'clock to play detective. If you don't have anything by then, I'm writing that accident report.
He's saying, I'm shell-shocked.
Shell-shocked.
I didn't have much time. I hurried to the hospital. Thanks to the miracles of modern technology, combined with some nifty techniques the doctors discovered when Jack fell down and broke his crown, Humpty was on the mend. But he didn't remember a thing. I needed to hit the streets and question a few characters myself.
What is going on? Because they said by the time Jack fell down and broke his crown, Humpty was on the mend. So it's like, what is going on in this town? Plus, the three pigs' house.
That poor house. I thought it was made out of bricks, because that's their noble's house. Maybe not. My first stop was the bears. I rang the doorbell 3 times and was about to give up when the door opened to reveal a bare foot. What? I was expecting a bare foot. I showed the blonde my badge and asked about the bear's whereabouts.
I'm house sitting,
She said, yawning. Late night? I asked.
Early morning. Some dogs started howling and woke me up.
How early? I probed.
9 a.m.
She said.
But now that I'm awake, want to come in for some porridge?
Sorry, I'm on a low-carb diet. I hated to tell her no, but I was on the clock, and that clock was ticking. Wow.
It's kind of odd that Goldilocks is at the Three Bears' house. Where's the Three Bears?
Probably asleep, hibernating or something. Next house I visited belonged to the only dog owner in the neighborhood, Old Mother Hubbard. Maybe her pup had been howling this morning, but Miss H said,
I gave my dog to the farmer in the dell last week. He needed help with his sheep, and unlike mine, his cupboard is never bare.
Mrs. H shook her head sadly when I told her about Humpty.
Oh, never would have done anything to Humpty, not even to feed my poor dog. Maybe you should talk to my neighbor,
Mrs. H added.
She seems to be in a big hurry this morning. She's a crazy chicken.
What?
Oh, no.
Chicken Little answered the door looking more nervous than usual. I in trouble? I played it cool. You tell me, I said, keeping a close eye on her in case she tried to fly the coop.
Not the coop.
If it's about what happened this morning, it's not my fault, Chicken Little said. The sky is falling! The sky is falling! Beep!
Oh, look at that little one.
He said, beep. You know what happened this morning? Of course I know, she shouted. The sky fell and I didn't warn anyone. I've learned to keep my beak shut.
Oh, my. Her beak shut.
The sky didn't fall this morning, I said. Humpty did. From her surprised look, I knew she was innocent. He's going to be okay, I said. I love that egg. Chicken Little sniffed. I handed the tender chicken a tissue.
The tender chicken. Oh my gosh.
So, tell me where you were around 9, I said. I was on my morning power walk, she answered. I just passed Muffy and Humpty when the wind howled overhead. I just walked behind the wall, and the next thing I knew, Humpty was falling. I ran straight home. Okay. Was Humpty sitting on the wall when you saw him? Yes, but Muffy wasn't sitting on her tuffet. Chicken Little paused. That's funny. She's usually digging into her curds and whey.
And then that says, funny indeed. Funny. And look, she's running. And look, the big shadow of Humpty falling. Wow.
As I left my friend clucking to herself and scanning the sky, I heard a commotion coming from the pig's house. What was left of it, anyway? Huff, puff, huff, puff. I need more exercise, I thought as I raced across the field. How many times had I heard people say that today? Not the more exercise part, the huff, puff part, as in a huffy, puffy wind. Is that a sheep?
In a tree?
Is that a sink? Well, I don't know.
It kind of looks like a sink, yeah, like a kitchen sink.
Yeah. I found the pigs fighting over, of all things, a cell phone. I thought everyone had one these days. Apparently not. Okay, guys, hand it over, I said. Whose phone is this? Damn it yet. It's my turn.
I had it first.
Oh.
That's them fighting over the cell phone, huh?
Why do they? Shouldn't they get their own?
We don't know,
the pig said.
We found it this morning after our house blew down. Can we keep it?
It has some cool games on it. Just then the phone rang. Yo, I growled. I got the binoculars, the voice on the phone said. Now I want my yummy, lummy muffins. We had a deal, remember? Be at the wall in 5 minutes.
Uh-oh.
What?
And it says in 5 minutes it would be 5 o'clock. Yikes.
I called Chief Goose and told her to meet me at the wall. The clues were adding up. The muffins that no one else could buy, the howling that didn't come from a dog, the huffy puffy wind, not to mention the binoculars that someone wanted bad. But why? I had a hunch. I don't know this mystery.
I know, but I know who had the binoculars.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Maybe she did. Muffy was at the wall, binoculars in hand. She didn't look too happy to see me. Expecting someone else, I asked. Someone big and bad, perhaps?
She's expecting me,
howled the big bad wolf as he jumped out and grabbed the binoculars. I'll take those. Where are my muffins? Screamed Muffy. I'm sick of curds and whey.
Sorry, doll. Plans changed,
growled Wolf. You pushed Humpty off the wall, I said. I'm telling Chief Goose.
I wasn't at the wall this morning,
Wolf said. I'm telling you. But you were at the pig's house, I said, showing Wolf his phone. When you blew down their house, you got Humpty too. Guess you wanted a scrambled egg with your bacon.
Oh my gosh.
Wolf just wanted the binoculars, Muffy cried. He promised me some yummy wummy muffins if I get them from Humpty. No one was supposed to get hurt. Muffins.
Okay, I wonder if that story is going to stick. Let's see.
Yeah.
And nobody else will if you give me my phone, Joe, and get out of my way.
Wolf snarled. My, what big teeth he has, I thought. Where was Chief Goose? Hold it, shrieked Spider. Not so fast. Talk about wrapping up a case.
Wrapped him in his silk threads. What's going on here?
Chief Goose had arrived. It seems that the howling wind this morning was actually Wolf blowing down the pig's new house and Humpty along with it, I told the chief. That's my theory anyway.
What about Muffy?
Chief asked. Actually, it's a conspiracy theory, I said. Wolf promised our little Miss muffins in exchange for Humpty's binoculars. Without the binoculars, Humpty couldn't see Wolf blow down the pig's house.
Looks like you have everything tied up.
Wow.
So, and I want you to see the little spider.
He's our hero.
You see him sitting on Humpty's, or Joe, Joe's
Joe.
hat.
Yeah.
So cute.
Spiders are heroes.
Yay. Apparently, Wolf also threatened to blow down the Muffin Man's shop unless he got free muffins.
Chief Goose said.
The guy's been hiding in a sack of sugar all day. Sweet.
Wolf snarled. Muffy glared at him. I wouldn't have helped you if I'd known the truth. Humpty was my friend. Now he'll probably never speak to me again. You can always call him from your cell to apologize, I told her. Your jail cell, that is.
Uh-oh.
So, why'd you do it, Wolf? I asked.
I'm bad.
He said, shrugging his shoulders.
It's my middle name. I have to hand it to you, Joe.
Chief Goose said.
You were right. What happened to Humpty really was a crime. You weren't afraid to trust your gut and get to the bottom of this. I'm proud of you, Joe.
I'm sorry, Joe. Spider.
Oh, look at him. Looks so cute.
He's the new patrol. I have to admit, I was proud of me too, and of my brave friend Spider. In fact, Spider's the neighborhood watch captain while Humpty's healing. As for me, I've had plenty of cases to solve, dozens of them. In fact, word on the street is the dish ran away with the spoon, and then there's my friend Bo Peep, that is. That dame keeps me in business. Now, if I were a sheep, where would I go?
Well, there you go. So Joe Dumpty solved the mystery of what happened to Humpty. And I assume Humpty's on the mend again. So everything's good except for Bo Peep always losing her sheep.
Yeah, but they're in the bush right now.
The end. And thank you to everyone who stayed for the reading of What Really Happened to Humpty. And thank you so much to Cracky for reading the role of Joe Dumpty. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for watching. Oh, poor Humpty.